Hello, welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the good and the beautiful, their language, arts, and literature. This is level 2 here. We've been doing the good and the beautiful language arts for a few years now. Actually, I guess this would be only 2 years because I did not... No, it would be a few years. I did not do the preschool with my oldest, but I did pick up the preschool for my youngest. So this will be my first year doing the preschool one, which there will be a video on that. But I did the good and the beautiful, the kindergarten, the first, and now we're moving on to the second. And so this is going to be more of a flip through video in case you're interested in knowing a little bit more on the good and the beautiful. So yeah, so this is, let me flip this around here. This is what the book looks like here. And I did buy this as a whole set. You can purchase everything individually if you'd like, but I just went ahead and purchased the whole bundle set. So with the bundle set, you'll get the workbook. You will get booster cards. And then you will get some reading books, which is Wesley and the Wolves and then Molly and the Falcon. So that is what comes in this bundle. And I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit of the books. But while I have this on top, I'll kind of explain what Molly and the Falcon is. Okay, so Molly and the Falcon is when Molly and her dad find an injured falcon, they can never guess the new experiences that are about to unfold. With the help of new friends, Molly learns much about birds of prey and dedicates herself to nurturing the falcon back to health. When she and her friends find themselves in a dangerous situation, their survival skills are put to the test. Parents and children alike will love reading and learning side by side in this delightful and inspiring tale. And so this is what the book looks like there, if you're kind of interested. So this is a parent teacher, and then this is like the student reading up top here. Let me lift the camera a little bit. There we go. So this is the student. This is what they read, and then this is what the parent or the teacher reads. And so as you see here, there are some underlined letters. So this is, some underlined letters. Not necessarily the whole word is underlined. It's just certain letters. So that goes with certain sounds that it wants the students to recognize. And so, so here it kind of breaks it down. Chapter 3, it is focusing on MB and DGE. And so there's the MB right there. And so on and so forth. And then, so here is the DGE there. So it helps it helps students recognize the letters, and so they should already know the sound that it makes. So that makes it a little bit easier for the student to be able to read the book. But so there's Molly and the Falcon. Next one is Wesley and the Wolves, and this one is, in this timeless tale, Wesley is a cheerful, good-hearted boy, but he likes to tease. When his teasing brings serious consequences, the villagers no longer trust him. How can he gain their trust again? Wesley wants to solve this problem, even if it takes hard work. He also wants to solve mysteries about 2 items he found, a key and a hidden door in a mountain. Kids will love following Wesley's story while learning new reading skills along the way. So this kind of reminds me of like The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Like the first part of it is kind of what popped into my mind when I was reading this. So Same thing with this one. And there are pictures in these books, but so you have the parent slash teacher section, and then you have the student section up there. Same thing. It focuses on certain letter sounds. And so it has that underlined. That is the table of contents there. So there's that book, Wesley and the Wolves. And next is the booster cards. Okay, so here it kind of explains how to use the cards. And it's really breaking it down once again, kind of like the book, on sounds, and then it has words that begin with those letters or have the letters in them. I was looking at that first one. That have letters in them, those letters, and then it wants you to go ahead and practice those words. So there's that. There's like a poetry in here. And some of these like pictures, I honestly think would be kind of fun to color. So I think maybe during like a 2-minute break, I'll be like, hey, would you like to color this? Or there's even like a butterfly and a flower right here. Would you like to color that? Make the book a little bit more colorful. But yeah, so this is the booster card. So, and here is the pyramid. It begins with one word, and then it kind of goes down the pyramid until it completes a sentence. And see, there's a sloth there that would be kind of cute to color. And then it does break it down here on where you should be reading in these books. So if you look at the bottom of here, it says, with the child, read chapter 8 of the reading booster book, Wesley and the Wolves. So once you get to like this page, it wants you to read chapter 8 and so on. So there's that. It looks like there's a maze there, and then here is like a review page. Yeah, and so that is what this booster cards book is. Sight words there. Okay, and then CHCAN and CH can say K. Okay, so for example, CH sometimes makes the K sound, as in chemicals and so on. So it kind of explains that to them as well. And then here is some stickers here, and that is where you kind of put the stickers down here on the corner once they've mastered that page. I honestly don't use the stickers for this. I keep the stickers and just use them for my kids. My kids really like to get stickers as they do something good or right. So I'll probably just tear this off and let them keep it. And then on the back is more of a coloring page. Okay, so this is the language arts course book. So it's phonics, writing, reading, grammar, punctuation, spelling, literature, geography, and art, all in this one. So this is the 2nd grade one. Now my oldest is in 3rd grade. However, he kind of was a little slow to pick up reading at first. So I actually had to go back 1 year and kind of redo everything. And so that's why he's a year behind on language arts. But now that I've done it and he's had time to kind of review everything, he actually picked up language arts fairly quickly. So depending on how he does with this, I might not even do the whole book because it almost might be too easy for him now. Or I might just like skip some like review pages, things like that to kind of finish it. I don't know. I'll have to see how he does. But so this is the course book here. And so here we go. So on this page here, it tells you what is needed, and it's broken down into like units, like what you need for each unit. And then here it tells you what is needed to be able to complete this coursework. So you need the course book, which is this. I have the booster cards, and then we have the 2 books. And then you do need the Good and the Beautiful apps. There are games and other lessons on there. So it does say that it does require the apps there. So there's that. And then here is the next page. This is just suggesting some more books from the Good and the Beautiful. I have not picked up these books. I might go back and pick them up. I'm not sure yet. I've got other books on my mind that I would like for him to read, and these are not it. So I guess I'll kind of see how the school year is going, whether I go back and pick these up or not. Okay, so here it just explains. Here's the table of contents. And my phone is kind of blocking it. So you can see there kind of what it goes over. And yeah, so let me go ahead and just kind of show you what the book is about here. So let's go over, here's some more lessons. So in total, this has 120 lessons. And here's just like a at a glance page. It kind of just breaks it down for you. Okay. This kind of tells you how to do the boosters cards and what it means. So we've got some more here. Okay, we've got spelling. So this is kind of like a review. So we've got spelling, kindergarten, and then we have first grade, and then we have second grade. So these are the things that are practiced. Okay, so kind of it wants you to stop here. Okay, so now let's just go ahead and take a look at the book here. And that is it for Language Arts and Literature Level 2. I don't know if I mentioned, but The Good and the Beautiful is faith-based. You probably noticed that while we were going over the course book here. It is faith-based. So if you're looking for something secular, this might not be for you. But yeah, we started off doing The Good and the Beautiful for language arts, and we really liked it. We really enjoyed it. We've never tried anything else. I haven't had to try anything else. I hope this kind of helps you being able to see it before buying it if you're thinking about it, but you're just not sure. I always like to watch videos of like flip throughs because it helps me decide whether or not that's what I'm looking for. I will have this linked in the description, and I will just have The Good and the Beautiful, the whole website, linked in the description as well. And I will be doing other flip through videos on some of the other curriculum as well that I have purchased. But this is Language Arts Level 2 for my third grader. And so, yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time at the Cunningham Homeschool Classroom.